All right, we told you for several months about the elevator problems at Jacksonville Towers, and tonight we're back. One elevator cleared by the state and deemed compliant is busted again. At least that's what they tell THV 11's investigative reporter Tanya Motorzitsky. She's back at the senior living apartments looking for answers.
But we're having elevator issues.
If this sounds familiar,
This morning I waited 17 minutes to the elevator to come up to the 8th floor.
that's because it is.
Have been walking up and down 8 flights of steps just to make sure I get to work on time and get people to where they need to go. But not all of us can do that. A lot of people are on walkers, wheelchairs, walking sticks, and it's hard for them to do, and we shouldn't have to do that.
Since March, residents at Jacksonville Towers say they've been dealing with the same old elevator issues.
I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings or offend anybody, but we need some help.
Earlier this year, I was invited by residents to observe the issues. During that visit, the managers accused me of trespassing. When we returned today, the manager of the building across the street, owned by the same company, drove by during our interview, honked their horn, and then appeared to watch us from the door.
It would be easier if we had a management team that knew how we felt.
The Towers has 2 elevators, and in May, we told you that the State Department of Labor and Licensing issued the elevators non-compliant and had 60 days to fix them, or the Towers ran the risk of daily fines. Then late last month, the state said 1 elevator remains broken and is waiting to be replaced, but the 2nd elevator is fixed, bringing the Towers in compliance. However, Paul Michael Ferguson, who has lived at the Towers for a decade, says since Saturday, the lone working elevator has broken down twice.
It was out for 5 hours.
And
Today it's working, but it's stopping on every floor.
I brought residents' concerns about the elevator to the state and asked if this impacts the tower's compliance, and the state said no. The Elderly Housing Development and Operations Corporation owns the towers and is out of state and receives HUD funding. Ferguson says he hopes they step in to help.
I love living here. I've lived here for a long time. My parents lived here. I have good friends here. I don't want to move. I'm perfectly content, but we need things fixed to make it easier to live here.
In Jacksonville, Tanya Motorzitsky, THV 11 News.
All right, Tanya, now something appears to have shaken up the owners. We ran a preview of this last hour, and within the last 45 minutes, they got back in touch with us. They said the working elevator is fully repaired, and the brief interruption, they say, was caused by a resident there and not any mechanical issue. The company also adds they have secured funding for the 2nd elevator to be replaced, and they say they are working tirelessly to address the issue.